Let tonight's story wash away the worries of your day. Petunia and Petunia, the playful duo. This story is about Petunia and Petunia's heartwarming adventures, bound by a playful and endearing friendship. Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and lush forests, lived a girl named Petunia. Petunia had a heart as vibrant as the flowers she was named after, and a spirit as free as the wind. One day, while playing near the edge of the forest, Petunia heard a curious calling. It was Petunia, a crow with feathers so black they shimmered like onyx under the sun. The two quickly became friends, bound by their mutual love of adventure. Petunia would swoop down from the treetops to play with Petunia, who would spin and twirl with joy. They discovered hidden paths and secret gardens, creating their own magical world. Under the golden sunlight, they dreamt of flying to the stars and swimming with the fish in the deepest oceans. When the day ended, Petunia would return home with her heart full of joy, and Petunia would perch high up in a tree, watching over the village. Their days together were filled with laughter and the innocent playfulness that only true friendship can bring. In the winter, when the village was blanketed in snow, Petunia, Tria, and Priya would make art in the frost, leaving behind intricate patterns with their trails. Petria's favorite game was to hide shiny trinkets for Petunia to find, each one a little treasure bringing them closer. They communicated through a language of giggles and calls, understanding each other's silence just as much as their chatter. As the seasons changed, so did their games, but their friendship remained steadfast. Under the brilliant autumn leaves they would race along the forest paths, Petria always just a beat ahead, mimicking Petunia's laughter with joyful calls. With every shared moment, their bond grew. On Petunia's 10th birthday, Petra presented her with the most beautiful feather she had ever seen, symbolizing their unbreakable opal. Petunia held the feather close, knowing that no matter where life took her, their adventures would remain a cherished memory. Petria watched her dear friend with wise eyes, knowing that their playful times had left an indelible mark on both their hearts. Even as Petunia grew older, the spirit of their playfulness always stayed with her, reminding her of the magic in friendship. And so, in that small village, bound by love and adventure, Petunia and Petria's story lived on, whispered among the trees and sung by the birds. A new chapter begins to bring you peace. Angeloni and Tansy's journey to the land of everlasting happiness. His story is about a girl named Angelonia and her playful spirit friend Tansy, who embark on a journey to the land of everlasting happiness and learn that true happiness comes from love and kindness. Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and serene meadows, there lived a kind-hearted girl named Angelonia. She had eyes that sparkled like the morning dew and a laugh that could chase away the darkest clouds. Her best friend was a small, playful spirit named Tansy, who had wings that shimmered like the sun on a clear day. One sunny morning, Angelonia and Tansy decided to embark on a journey to the land of everlasting happiness. They packed their favorite treats and set off with hearts full of joy. The path led them through enchanted forests, where trees whispered ancient secrets and flowers danced to the melody of the wind. As they walked, Angelonia sang a sweet tune, and Tansy fluttered round her, leaving trails of golden sparkles in the air. Along the way, they helped a lost bird find its nest and shared their treats with a hungry squirrel. Their acts of kindness made the journey even more delightful. As dusk fell, they arrived at a shimmering river. Angelonia wished for a bridge, and to their amazement, fireflies gathered, forming a glowing path across the water. They crossed the river and reached a sprawling meadow filled with rainbow-colored flowers. center of the meadow stood a magnificent tree, its branches laden with the most radiant fruits. Angelone and Tansy approached the tree, and as they touched its bark, a gentle light enveloped them. They found themselves in the land of everlasting happiness. The air was filled with the sound of laughter and the fragrance of blooming flowers. Every creature, from the tiniest insect to the grandest animal, seemed to exude pure joy. Angelone and Tansy realized that the true essence of this magical land was not in its beauty, but in the happiness that stemmed from love and kindness. They spent their days spreading joy, playing games and making new friends. When it was time to return home, the land of everlasting happiness bestowed upon them a gift, a small, radiant flower that would blossom whenever they shared happiness. Filled with hearts full of gratitude, Angelone and Tansy returned to their village, knowing they carried a piece of everlasting happiness within them. And so, they continued to live, always spreading joy and kindness, forever cherishing their magical adventure. The next story awaits, calm and peaceful. A Night of Gratitude, Petrea and Lotus. This story is about a young woman named Petrea and the magical firefly named Lotus, who together learned and spread the importance of gratitude and kindness in their enchanted forest. Once upon a time, in the heart of an ancient forest, there lived a kind-hearted young woman named Petrea. Petrea loved the forest with all its wondrous creatures and enchanting flora. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting an amber glow across the sky, Petrea discovered something unusual near her garden. There was a tiny, radiant firefly caught in a delicate spider's web. This firefly, despite its predicament, emitted a soft, glowing light that seemed to pulse with hope. Petrea gently freed the firefly from the web, her heart filled with compassion. This firefly was called Lotus. Lotus was not an ordinary firefly. She had a magical luminescence that could bring joy and warmth to the saddest of hearts. Grateful for Petrea's kindness, Lotus hovered in front of her heroically, deciding to stay close by and repay her. Months passed, and Petrea's life was filled with small miracles every day, thanks to Lotus. The fruits in her garden ripened faster and tasted sweeter, the flowers bloomed brighter, and the forest creatures treated her with respect and love. One starry night, as Petrea sat by the fire in her cozy cottage, Lotus landed softly on her shoulder. With a gentle hum, Lotus began to tell Petrea how her gratitude had made all these wonders possible. The light from Lotus's glow illuminated Petrea's face as she listened intently. Lotus explained that it was Petrea's act of kindness and ongoing gratitude that had created a cycle of positivity and joy around her. Petrea realized that gratitude wasn't just about being thankful for what she had, but also about giving of herself to others selflessly. Her act of freeing Lotus and her continuous acts of kindness were like ripples in a pond, spreading happiness and goodwill far and wide. With a heart full of newfound wisdom, Petrea thanked Lotus for her friendship and the lessons she had imparted. As years went by, Petrea and Lotus remained inseparable, their bond a reminder that gratitude and kindness could transform the world. Then so, in the heart of the ancient forest, under the canopy of 1,000 stars, Petrea and Lotus lived happily, their lives intertwined in a dance of light and love, forever grateful for each other's presence. Let's drift softly into another chapter. He and Bluebell, a tale of tenderness. This story is about a girl named P and her owl friend Bluebell, who share a tender and magical bond in their serene village. In a quaint village surrounded by lush forests and crystal clear streams, there lived a gentle-hearted girl named P and her best friend, an owl named Bluebell, or had a smile as radiant as the morning sun, and Bluebell's feathers shimmered like the moonlit night. The duo was inseparable, their bond forged through countless adventures and tender moments. One evening, as the crimson sun dipped below the horizon, Pete and Bluebell perched themselves atop a hill, overlooking the tranquil village. The sky painted in hues of pink and gold reflected in their eyes as they shared their dreams and whispered secrets. "I wish to bring joy to everyone in the village," Pete confessed, her voice a sweet melody carried by the breeze. Bluebell nodded, her wise eyes shimmering with understanding. "And I will always be by your side, guiding you under the stars," she hooted softly. As night embraced the world, the first stars began to twinkle. He and Bluebell held hands and wings, feeling the warmth of their tender connection. Suddenly, a soft melody filled the air, the harmony of nature singing a lullaby only for them. The gentle rustling of leaves, the distant hoof of other owls, and the rhythmic flow of the stream created a symphony of serenity. She looked at Bluebell and said, "You make everything feel magical." Bluebell blinked slowly, her heart filled with love. "That's because we see the world with the eyes of kindness." In that moment, the bond between human and owl seemed eternal, a testament to the tender-hearted connections that make life beautiful. The night deepened, wrapping them in its comforting embrace as they drifted into dreams, knowing that the dawn would bring new opportunities to spread their shared joy. Thank you for listening. Sleep peacefully tonight.